Melissa. Happy Sunday. So I'm just chilling, doing laundry, cleaning, things like that. I have a Sassy Secrets party tonight, so I have to get ready for that. But I wanted to pause and make the video so I wouldn't forget today. And today's topic is like a father that was not in your life. So it might be since birth or since you've been very young. Either way, that's kind of the topic I got going on here. And so here's a little background. So in about, I want to say it was 2011, I had gotten a Facebook message from this girl, Katie, who said, in the short version, that she thought we were sisters. And I was like, what is she talking about? Like, this is crazy. Because my mom had told me that my father had kids with someone else and whatnot, but he has never been in my life. And so I just never thought I would, know my brothers, sisters, or whoever was out there. Okay, I just didn't think I would ever know them. So when she Facebook messaged me, I was like surprised but excited. Like, I am very happy. We had met up after that. I found out that I had two sisters and a brother. So there's Katie, Kayla, and Carl. So very happy that I'm in their lives now and that we're in each other's lives and that, we keep in contact and all that great stuff. I was actually even in my brother Carl's wedding not that long ago. So it's really great. I think we were shorted a little bit because we didn't know about each other until, I was in my 20s. They were in their late teens. They're younger than me. The youngest is Kayla, who at the time when we first met, she was about 16. So anyways, they're all younger than me. I'm very glad that they found me. But their dad and who was my dad, I always say it's whenever I refer to our dad or they refer to him, I always say your dad, because he is not in my life at all. He never has been. And the other thing that, got me a little bitter is the fact that he, they lived, all three of them lived with him. He was married to their mom for some time and stuff like that. So he has, of course, a better relationship with them. He has an actual relationship with them, right? Their parents have split at this point, but regardless, their mom and our dad, both knew about me and never told them, right? So the reason Katie ended up finding me on Facebook was because her grandma, who knew of me, told her. And so that's why she looked for me. And so luckily that happened because obviously our dad was never going to, and it's so weird saying our dad, was never going to tell them. So that kind of bothers me. But the whole point of this video is, what do you do when someone contacts you that you have never had a relationship with? How do you feel about it? I never met him, never seen him or anything like that up until my sisters came into town for my 30th birthday. So this was 3 years ago. It was a surprise party. They came into town for it. Loved it. I was glad that they were there. And so since they were here for it, they went to go visit their dad, our dad. And so I went with them. It was very awkward. He hardly said anything to me. He didn't seem excited to see me. We hadn't seen each other, obviously, 30 years. I mean, maybe 29, right? Because he saw me when I was a little tiny, tiny baby. Either way, right? There was not much there. And so I just took it as you know what? I'm glad I have my sisters and I'm glad that I know my brother, but I'm not really worried about my dad. Whatever, it is what it is. So ultimately, he ended up calling me for my 30th birthday because my sister Katie told him it was my birthday. So that was the very first phone call I've ever gotten from him for my birthday. And it was he left it as a voicemail, and I just left it at that, right? So saw him once in my life that I can remember. Had a phone call once in my life. And then just now, my birthday was last week. Last week, Sunday, July 16th, I turned 33. And the day before my birthday, I got another voicemail from my dad saying, and it was really weird. I honestly had to listen to that voicemail 8 times to know, who is this? I have no idea. Because it started off kind of a weird, hey, babe. And I'm like, who is this? And then it ended with, I love you. Now, kind of weird, right? I don't have a relationship with this person. I only saw him one time that I can remember in my life. This is the second phone call I've ever gotten in my 33 years. I don't know. I don't really know how to feel about it. I just kind of feel torn about it because I feel like if he wants to be in my life, and maybe there's some things he wants to say, maybe he wants to tell me his side of the story, I feel like he should express himself a little better and not just randomly call me. And then, like he said in the message that he was going to call me on my birthday, he actually never did that. I guess I'm thankful that he called me at all, but I don't really know how to take it because I feel like if you're going to be in my life, be in it. If you're going to be out of it, be out of it. I don't want any of this back and forth business because it's emotional at some level, you know what I mean? Like, because part of me is like, I don't care about it. But then when he pops up, it's very strange because I know he has relationships with my two sisters and my brother. He talks to them, he sends them Christmas presents, birthday presents, and cards and whatever, and I get nothing. I don't even get like a visit. He does not live that far from me. So there's just a lot. But the other part of it, my whole, I guess, main point of this is that I think it is very important for fathers to be in their children's lives. Now me, I'm 33. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm past that. But I think when you're younger, it kind of teaches you like how to be in a relationship with someone of the opposite sex. And I know that might sound kind of weird if you have both parents in your life and you don't really get where I'm coming from. But it teaches you something. It teaches you what you should expect in a relationship and what you deserve in a relationship. And I think on those ends of things, I definitely have missed out. So I think that's really the only thing that I could feel like any kind of bad way about. As far as, it is so hot. Shoot. It is hot today. It's super steamy. But anyways, I don't know. What would you do? What would you say? I don't know his phone number. I'm sure I could find it, from my sisters or my brother or whatever. I know that he's selling his house, so I don't know where he's staying right now or anything like that. But I don't know if I should make the effort to try to call him or if I should just let it be. I don't really care so much. That's the thing. Like, I feel bad saying that. Like, I don't care because I'm a very, sensitive and caring person. But with him, it's kind of like, you make no effort, so why am I going to care kind of deal. So I don't know. But anyways, I'm very thankful for my siblings, but I think he cheated us out of, he could have easily told them when we were younger, even if he wasn't going to be in my life, he could have told them, like, you do have a sister, and maybe we could have had something, even if he didn't want me in his life. Or maybe there's something crazy that was going on that I don't know about by chance. But how would I know if he's never going to say anything other than random calls? And like I said, only one time did I go visit him with my sisters, and only 2 phone calls that I ever remember out of my 33 years. So it's kind of like, how much can you care, But if you have any advice, if you've been in this spot, or if you just have any input, comment below or private message me. I mean, I'm definitely curious. I just kind of am, I don't know. It's like, I don't really care at this point. Like, I don't foresee it like, oh, we're going to be this happy family. I don't ever think that's really going to be the case because he, he hasn't put effort in at this point. So of course I do kind of wonder like what his side of things are, because I know that there's always 2 sides to every story. So I've heard like my mom's side, she never really bashed him a ton. But there wasn't much to say positive. There was like nothing really said. I guess that's a better way to put it. It was kind of like, I knew I was with my mom. And luckily I had aunts, uncles, grandparents, and things like that were a part of my life. So I didn't ever feel like I was missing anything really. But like I said, in dating and things like that, I can tell just from what other people have said too that don't have a father in their life that it does affect you on some level. So any of the fathers out there that may be listening to this, especially if your little girls or boys, at that matter, fathers matter for them too, and you are having a hard time for whatever reason with maybe their mom, I don't think that gives you an excuse to not have a relationship with your children. I don't know, because I think it ultimately does weigh heavy once we're older and we're dating and you realize like certain things would probably be different if you had a father figure in your life. And also to say, some dads are in people's lives, their children's lives, I should say, and they're not good role models, so that's not good either. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would rather have nothing than have a bad role model in my life, you know what I mean? Or I say that too for, like, you know, little kids that are still, you know, have that time to develop and stuff. Like, if they don't have a good role model and a father, then it's probably better that they don't have one in their life at all. But you know what I mean? Like, I think it does matter to a certain extent. So comment below, private message me what you think. I'm just kind of, I'm like, maybe I'll just wait. Maybe he'll call me in the 3 or 13 or 20 years and say happy birthday again. But should I be the one to reach out? I don't really feel like I should have to do that. But what do you think? All right, let me know. I got to go get some things done, but I hope you all have a great day, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.